So tell me, Hashim, you have a lot of history when it comes to the Black community. What is it exactly that you do?
Well, first thing you got to start with, when you're talking to a man, you got to start with his name. Because in our culture, in African history, your name and everything. And most African children wasn't named for several months sometime down the road. The family and the tribe would have to watch their characteristics, watch their nature. And at some point, they would get together, the elders, and give them a name. And when they gave you that name, you had a great responsibility to carry that name on the rest of your life. Some people give a name that meant great warrior, great hunter, great this. My name was given to me by the man above my head who we'll be talking about in a minute, the Most Honorable Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Hashim means destroyer of evil. Akhnad was in one of the dynasties of Egypt. He was one of the kings of his dynasty. So they gave me the name of being a king. My first name, an Islamic name, Hashim, destroyer of evil. So now, Doc has slated me the destroyer of evil and a king. My last name, Nzinga, is from the Queen of Angola, Africa. And anybody who studied Angola, Africa, and Queen Nzinga, she was feared among the Europeans. She started her own woman army. And when the man of Angola didn't want to fight, she put a female army together and destroyed the white man's ass. And she told the black man, if y'all don't get with us, there will be no place in our bed when we get home. And then black man, you know, black man, woman say she gonna cut you off. Then black man went to fight. So my name has a lot of balance. I got a queen in my name. Nothing to do with that gay shit. But balance that the Africans had were giving the queen their acknowledgement, the king his knowledge. There it is. My job is to destroy evil and respect the queen and the balance of Mayat and be a king. And a king is simply a nation builder. There's no king can be a king without a nation to rule, or a nation of his own. So once you get the concept of you got to have a nation, what's a nation? Then you get into what you're seeing on the streets all around the world, red, black, and green. That green is the nation. That's the land. Flag is nothing without the green. The black is for the people. The red is the blood that we have to shed to have a nation of our own. So when you say Hashim, Akhnad, and Nzinga, you saying a man that's going to destroy evil and get us a nation of our own, and understanding clearly that we might have to shed somebody else's blood to get it.
I don't want to really go too far deep in it without you, but I noticed that there's a difference between the original Black Panther Party and the new Black Panther Party. Can you kind of explain that?
Yes. There's a difference between the original 1938 T. Ford and the 2020 Ford that came out. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference in history calls for differences. People try to act like this is the new Black Panther Party trying to be the original party. You can't be that. You see how many Negroes out there running around trying to be Dr. King? These Negroes, just because you preach like him and hum like him, you can't be Dr. King. God sent one, Dr. King. He was original. And if you don't get on your game, Dr. King don't want you preaching his 50-year-old speeches in 2020 and he done got a bullet in the neck for you. He wants you to be able to destroy what he was trying to destroy and change what he was trying to change. Came back here, he'd be totally disappointed. Yes, there's a difference between the new Black Panther Party and the original party. But let me go backwards to go forward. When I was living in Kansas City as a youngster, we moved from Midland, Texas, my family, to Kansas. When we used to walk from our house to the little corner store, we would cross the street and there would be guys in black leather coats with this panther on their coat and jeans. And they would say, come on across the street, little brother. Come on across the street, little sister. As a young person, I remember it distinctly, you know. And on the corner we were crossing, my neighbor, literally neighbor, his name was, I'll never forget it. It's amazing how your mind can remember things when you're so young. It's really God bringing it back. His name was Tim. And he was hit by a car. And I ain't never seen a human being go that far in the air. I remember like yesterday, we were going to the candy store. And he ran across, darted across the street, and the car hit him. And after that, the pastor started patrolling that intersection. They told us that they were at this church and that we could come by in the morning before school. And we started doing that, and they fed you breakfast. They always would feed you like cornflakes and have a glass of orange juice for you, and sometimes a donut. Mm. In return for eating, you would have to listen to them teach. Mm. And that was now I understand that was my first brush of getting Black history.
Black history.
And
from the Black Panther.
From the Black Panther.